I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Welcome to Bootleg Alley, my friends, our own personal island of misfit toys. Today, this is a strange one, actually. This rather beat up box that we're looking at today, being the Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2 figure. I remember when this came out, I'm sure you do too, and it came out with a rather exorbitant price for a Marvel Legend for $35. And a lot of collectors were curious exactly what entailed that extra $10 price for this particular figure. It doesn't extra hand, some webbings. The only logic that I could think of for the extra price was that Hasbro had to pay Marvel a licensing fee, and maybe they had to pay Sony a licensing fee since this figure is unique to the video game. I don't know. I don't know. Nonetheless, that did not stop this figure from selling very well, to the point if you wanted one now, I think you're going to have to pay over $100 in the aftermarket for it. I was not that interested in getting this figure for $35 or for $25, mainly because I got this guy, this little guy, so really had no interest in getting this guy. But then I saw where AliExpress had one of these for like 20 bucks maybe. Now this wouldn't be the first, I don't know, I guess we can call it a bootleg. Sometime I think these Marvel Legend bootlegs that I've gotten from AliExpress, with the exception of maybe the Kraven one. I did a video on a real Kraven the Hunter and a fake Kraven the Hunter, and they were fairly identical with some minor blemishes on the fake one. So, you know, again, I said, you know what? Even though I don't want this figure, there are some people out there who might want this figure, and they don't want to pay $100 in the aftermarket for one. So I will take the bullet, spend the $20 or so, I think it was less than that, and take a look at it for my people. Because, of course, as we've already determined and established from day one, I only do things for the people. Let's cut this bitch open and see what we got inside here. And we might as well watch, because, I mean, the boxes, do we have to cut it open? I mean, it looks like it's open already. Let's just proceed to completely rip open the box since it's already ripped open. Okay, there it goes there. Okay, well, it looks like and it comes in the typical old school, well, new school, old school Marvel Legend packing. There goes that. And here goes the actual Legend itself in its mummy wrap, its wax paper. Let's see what we got in this little container. We have some webbings. I guess they're supposed to, they look clear, I think, on the box. What's left of the box, at least. They seem to, sorry about that. I mean, I didn't do this, they did. I guess it's clear, I don't know. And then we have something in here. This is, you know, some official data, as we tend to see in those things. And then we have the extra hands. Okay. And then here, I guess we got some more webbings. Okay. As advertised. And now to the main course itself, the figure. And yeah, here he goes. I mean, I'm just fooling around with him now. His leg looks to be a little bit on the loose side. His lower joints seem to be a little loose, but a little bit on the wobbly side. But hey, you know, let's stand him up here. Stands up good. And let's take a look at Spider-Man 2 from that video game. while posing him to take those pictures you just saw, we can safely say this guy has some problems, which we will get into real quick. You'll probably be able to see one real quick right there. Yeah, see, yeah, he's got some loose joints here, which really make it hard for his legs to, he likes to slide a little bit. But I will say one of the problems that he has certainly isn't the way that he looks, even though I prefer the blues on this one, and the reds, actually, the deeper reds. Because when they first showed him, you know, the lighter blue, I'm, you know, not a big fan of, but, you know, me not being a fan doesn't mean I don't like the way it looks. He still looks really good, you know? Just take a look at this guy. You know, the line work of the webs is clean. The paint of the spider is real clean. Looking good. The lights are kind of bright, kind of washing it out a little bit, but trust me when I tell you, everything is pretty clean and connected when it comes to the look of this guy. You know, classic triple line booty, as any self-respecting Spider-Man Marvel legend should have. Yeah, it's the look of this guy is pretty good. The shoes and all of the paint work there. Yeah, he looks good. I mean, you know, if you want a Spider-Man to just do that, this is your guy. Now, when we gotta ask him to do other Spider-Man things, we run into some problems. We've already talked about the looseness of his hip joints. These things are having a little bit of a problem in you know, staying together. The knees are fine. The double jointed knees work just fine. They were a little tight. They had to be heated up a little bit. The ankles work fine. The main problem that I'm having, in addition to the hips being a little on the loose side, are his gummy elbows. Yeah, because his elbows do not want to bend completely. They always they're very gummy, and I'm sure, and they just revert back to that every time you do it. And it's both of them. It is just not the left one. The right one is also the left one. That's not great for a Spider-Man figure. You know. You know, he needs to be able to straighten and bend his elbows. His bicep swivel seems to work pretty good on both arms. He's got butterfly joints. Like any Spider-Man, they always go back really well and forward. You know, but he can't really cross his arms too much because, you know, they're going to snap back in place just like that. And so, but, you know, again, you know, he is a Spider-Man, and he can generally do Spider-Man things, because, as you know, I think this is, and I don't think this is a bootleg thing, I think this is just the way the figure comes. I have a couple of Marvel Legends Spider-Man who have this unsightly gappage, and it's just, I think that's just the way it goes. See, you know, come on now. Again, these are things that we can't have from our Spider-Man. Our Spider-Man needs to be able to keep his leg up like that, but this guy, he's not interested in doing any of that. Good neck movement, up, down, all around. Probably pops off easy if you need to swap it with something. No problems there. But yeah, this isn't great. But hey, do you need your Spider-Man to do Spider-Man things, or do you need him to do that? Because he could do that. I mean, he's striking a pose right now. That is for sure. And here we have the factory reject bootleg Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2. This figure looks very good. Even If it wasn't a factory reject, I don't think it compares to this one visually, but that is a subjective preference. Objectively, this figure is not very good. He has issues. If you don't want him to sit on the shelf and look to the sky, then maybe he's not the Spider-Man that you need. If you're feeling adventurous and you want to work with this guy to make him the Spider-Man that you want him to be, I'm sure some of you out there have the skills and the patience to do that. I only bought him for you guys anyway, so you guys could take a look at him. And, you know, with a clear conscience, I can't recommend that anybody buy this guy, but he doesn't come completely bereft of benefit. There are some good things about him, mainly that he looks good, and the parts of him that do work, which they do work pretty well. As they say in Latin, caveat emptor, or buyer beware. Buy at your own risk. Buy at your own risk.